Okay, let's relax. This is an intense section. The temple of the Holy Spirit. The meaning of the Son of God lies solely in his relationship with his Creator. If it were elsewhere, it would rest upon contingency, but there is nothing else. Okay, so that first beginning section right there, the meaning of the Son of God, that's us, lies solely in our relationship with our Creator. Our Creator is love. If it were elsewhere, it would rest upon contingency, but there is nothing else. So my meaning isn't in anything of the world. If it was in my career, it would be contingent upon that working out, and so on and so forth. And this is holy, loving, and forever. Yet has the Son of God invented an unholy relationship between him and his Father. All relationships in the world, body to body, is the ego's relationship with God. The ego believes in an attacking, abandoning, angry, wrathful God. And eventually, these unconscious ego beliefs play out in all relationships of the world. His real relationship is one of perfect union and unbroken continuity because we're spirit, right? Love. The one he made is partial, self centered, broken into fragments, and full of fear. The one created by his Father is wholly self encompassing and self extending. The one he made is wholly self destructive and self limiting because the ego wants to suffer, so it's self destructive, and love would extend itself. Nothing can show the contrast better than the experience of both a holy and unholy relationship. The first is based on love and rests on it, serene and undisturbed. The body does not intrude upon it. Any relationship in which the body enters is based not on love, but on idolatry. So if a relationship is between bodies, there's a body seeking completion in another body. Love wishes to be known, completely understood, and shared. It has no secrets, nothing that it would keep apart and hide. So when two bodies enter into a relationship, one of the bodies might be thinking, wow, she's a real hottie. I want her next to me. And the other person might be thinking, wow, he or she has a really fat wallet. We're going to have a lot of fun. So this is the ego seeking its satisfaction. And this is what he's talking about. And these are secrets that these two people keep from each other in this unholy relationship. It in the holy relationship. It walks in sunlight, open-eyed and calm, in smiling welcome and in sincerity, so simple and so obvious it cannot be misunderstood. But idols do not share, and most importantly, they do not share their thoughts. Idols accept, but never make return. They can be loved, but cannot love. They do not understand what they are offered, and any relationship in which they enter has lost its meaning. The love of them has made love meaningless. What's the idol, baby? The body. They live in secrecy, hating the sunlight, and happy in the body's darkness, where they can hide and keep their secrets hidden along with them. And they have no relationships, for no one else is welcome there. They smile on no one, and those who smile on them they do not see. Love has no darkened temples where mysteries are kept obscure and hidden from the sun, right? Our secret wishes of wanting to get. It does not seek for power, but for relationships. The body is the ego's chosen weapon for seeking power through relationships. So, if I'm rich and you want to be with me because I'm rich, I now have power over you because I have something that you want. Same with beauty, popularity, lifestyle, intelligence, all of it. And its relationships must be unholy, for what they are it does not even see. It wants them solely for the offerings on which its idols thrive. Right? The idols, false bodily identity. The rest it merely throws away, for all that it could offer is seen as valueless. Homeless, the ego seeks as many bodies as it can collect to place its idols in, and so establish them as temples to themselves. So the ego seeks bodies to agree with it about its condemnations, about its habits, and as long as other egos are fulfilling that purpose, everything's cool. The Holy Spirit's temple is not a body, but a relationship. The body is an isolated speck of darkness, a hidden secret room, a tiny spot of senseless mystery, a meaningless enclosure carefully protected, yet hiding nothing. Here, the unholy relationship escapes reality and seeks for crumbs to keep itself alive, right? So instead of being in the all encompassing love of God, we think we need security from other people, other egos in the world, and only an ego would seek that. Here it would drag its brothers, holding them here in its idolatry. Here it is safe, for here love cannot enter. The Holy Spirit does not build his temples where love could never be. Would he who sees the face of Christ chooses his home, the only place in all the universe where it cannot be seen? In the body. You cannot make the body the Holy Spirit's temple, and it will never be the seat of love again. You cannot make the body the Holy Spirit's temple, and it will never be the seat of love. It is the home of the idolater and of love's condemnation. For here is love made fearful and hope abandoned. Even the idols that are worshipped here are shrouded deep in mystery and kept apart from those who worship them. This is the temple dedicated to no relationships and no return. Here is the misery of separation perceived in awe and held in reverence. What God would have not be is here, kept safe from him. But what you do not realize is what you fear within your brother and would not see in him is what makes God seem fearful and kept unknown. Whew. Idolaters will always be afraid of love, for nothing so severely threatens them as love's approach. Let love draw near them and overlook the body, as it will surely do, and they will retreat in fear, feeling the seeming firm foundation of their temple to begin to loosen. This is really important to know that when you're a course student and you're studying A Course in Miracles, there's something within your mind that's an idolater that's really terrified of us awakening to the love of God. Brothers, you tremble with them. But what you fear is but the herald of escape. This place of darkness is not your home. Your temple is not threatened. You are idolaters no longer. The Holy Spirit's purpose lies safe in your relationship and not your bodies. You have escaped the body. Where you are now, the body cannot enter, for the Holy Spirit has set his temple there. There is no order in relationships. They either are or not. An unholy relationship is no relationship. It is a state of isolation which seems to be what it is not. No more than that. The instant that the mad idea of making your relationship with God unholy seemed possible, all relationships were made meaningless. In that unholy instant, time was born and bodies made to house the mad idea and give it the illusion of reality. And so it seemed to have a home that held together for a little while in time and vanished. For what could house this mad idea against reality but for an instant? Idols must disappear and leave no trace behind their going. The unholy instant of their seeming power is as frail as a snowflake, but without its loveliness. Is this the substitute you want for the eternal blessing of the holy instant and its unlimited beneficence? Is the malevolence of the unholy relationship so seeming powerful and so bitterly misunderstood and so invested in false attraction, your preference to the holy instant, which offers peace and understanding? Then lay aside the body and quietly transcend it, rising to welcome what you really want. And from this holy temple, look you not back on what you have awakened from, for no illusions can attract the minds that have transcended them and have left them far behind. The holy relationship reflects the true relationship the Son of God has with his Father in reality. The Holy Spirit rests within it in the certainty it will endure forever. Its firm foundation is eternally upheld by truth, and love shines on it with the gentle smile and tender blessing it offers to its own. Here the unholy instant is exchanged in gladness for the Holy One of safe return. Here is the way to true relationships held gently open through which you walk together, leaving the body thankfully behind and resting in the everlasting arms. Love's arms are open to receive you and give you peace forever. The body is the ego's idol. The belief in sin made flesh and then projected outward. This produces what seems to be a wall of flesh around the mind, keeping it prisoner in a tiny spot of space and time, beholden unto death, and given but an instant in which to sigh and grieve and die in honor of its master, the ego, right? And this unholy instant seems to be life. An instant of despair, a tiny island of dry sand, bereft of water, and set uncertainly upon oblivion. Here does the Son of God stop briefly by to offer his devotion to death's idols and then pass on. Oh man, huh? Jesus. Oh, I'm not afraid to see, are you? No. And here he is more dead than living, but it is also here he makes his choice again between idolatry and love. And here it is given him to choose to spend this instant paying tribute to the body or let himself be given freedom from it. Here he can accept the holy instant offered him to replace the unholy one he chose before. And here can he learn relationships are his salvation, not his doom. You who are learning this may still be fearful, but you are not immobilized. The holy instant is of greater value now to you than its unholy seeming counterpart, and you have learned you really want but one. This is no time for sadness, perhaps confusion, but hardly discouragement. You have a real relationship, and it has meaning. It is as like your real relationship with God as equal things are like themselves. Idolatry is past and meaningless. Perhaps you fear each other a little yet. Perhaps the shadow of the fear of God remains with you. But what is that to those who have been given one true relationship beyond the body? Can they be long held back from looking on the face of Christ? And can they long withhold the memory of their relationship with their Father from themselves and keep remembrance of His love apart from their awareness? My relationship with God, love, is in my brother and nothing else. Everything else is made up by the idol known as the body.